Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased and honored to be here. And I'm Yasuo Deguchi, philosopher from Kyoto, Japan. But today, I'm going to talk about my own philosophy that's called we term, and its application to the human-robot, human-AI relationship. So let me start to mention a cutting-edge robotics project in Japan that's called Guardian Robot Project, in which Guardian Robot, that's a humanoid robot that has a human face and shape, is designed to guard, take care, elderly people and young children in the bedroom or living room. That idea of robot is very familiar to us Japanese people who are so heavily influenced or intoxicated by the Japanese pop cultures, manga and anime, in which many robots, they are best friend of girls, boys, humans. Sometimes girls take care, teaches, even scolds those girls and boys. But that is not the case for other parts of the world, maybe in Europe. In Europe, recently, a model of ethical relationship between human and robot has been proposed. That's called master-slave model, according to which human should be master and robot should always slave. Slave should always serve master's needs and interest, purpose. Robot should not teach humans, should not scold humans, should not guard humans. That is taken to be the serious violation of human autonomy. So here is a potential conflict between the Japanese robotics project and European ethical standard. How to resolve this conflict? There should be no single correct answer. There are many possible answers. Here is my own. That is proposed. Another model for the human-robot, human-AI relationship that allowed Guardian Robot Project. Let me do that. First, starting to talking about my own philosophy, we term, that is based on another part of my own philosophy, incapability term. So let me try to introduce that. We can do many things day in, day out, but at the same time, we cannot do many things day in, day out. Some of those something we cannot do is so fundamental, universal. Anyone can escape from that. For example, we cannot fly in the sky like a bird, of course. More serious than that, we cannot live forever. We should die sooner or later. But here is another very important fundamental incapability that we cannot do at all. That is incapability of single action. Of course, we cannot play football alone. We need team members, for example. But maybe you might think, we can run alone. We can, sing solo alone. But for me, that is just mistake, illusion. Why? So let me examine first, apparently single action, very easy daily one, that is riding a bicycle. To carry out riding bicycle, very basic somatic action smoothly and successfully, I, rider, should ride bicycle properly, but that's not enough. My bike should run properly, of course, but that's not enough. We need someone who invented bike in the past. That's not enough. We need some big industry, so distribution system, but that is not enough. We need a road, traffic system, other traffic infrastructures. That's not enough. We need many people who maintain that. That's not enough. We need good pressure of air, good level of oxygen, and good gravity field. And to maintain good level of oxygen, we need many trees and plants. That's not enough. All those various agents should be coordinated or systematized in a good way so that my riding bicycle is made possible. Shortly, I need a system of many and various agents, humans and non-human animals, plants, and natural things, and artifacts, and system of all necessary indispensable agents that makes my riding bicycle possible. Let me call this system as a multi-agent system. Then question, how we can call this system? That should be plural, because that has many agents rather than me. That cannot be you or they, because that system essentially includes me, I. So that should be called we. So here is the first point. First basis of my entire we-turn system, that is fundamental incapability thesis of single actions. That is, I cannot ride a bicycle alone without help, support, afford of multi-agent system we. Generally speaking, any human being, me and you, cannot perform any single somatic action alone without multi-agent system that is we. That's a very basic starting point of my own philosophy. Right. And two other assumptions, if you allow, that is enough for me. From those three assumptions, only three assumptions, first we turn is derived. That is a turn of a shift of a subject or unit of a bodily somatic action from I, human individual, to multi-agent system we that contains that I. So that is shift turn from I do X to we do X. If we take thinking as a special sort of somatic action, here is another we turn of thinking from I think to we think, from cogito to cogitans. So that's the very basic important philosophical change of looking at the world. And many other we turns will be triggered by this first we turn of doer, first we turn of somatic action. The second one is a we turn of self. What is self? So that is one of the biggest questions in the philosophy, East and West, contemporary classics, and other disciplines. And here's one standard answer. I will take that. What is self? Self is a subject of somatic action. Self is a doer. Then we have obtained already we turn of doer from I to we. Now self is doer. Simple conclusion is self is not I, but we. So here is we turn of self from self as I to self as we. And based on these two we turns, so many other we turns should follow. We turn of those very important value concepts, for example. And the final upshot is a we turn of society from I-centered society to we-centered society. Right. But this is not end of story. So we turn society is not utopia nor paradise at all, sorry to say. Why? Reason is very simple. Just as there are many good I and bad I, there should be many good we's and bad we's as well. So the point is how to achieve good we, how to avoid bad we. To solve this question, we should first know what is a good we, what is a bad we. That's another difficult question. But we have at least one clear answer for bad we. That is totalitarian we. Totalitarian we is aggressive towards its outside and very oppressive to inside. That's clear example of bad we. So, point is, next point, how to avoid this bad we, how to achieve good we. Here is one possible answer. One clear example of oppressive bad we, oppressive totalitarian we, is in my term, center-occupied we. What is a center-occupied we? What is the center of we? Center of we is a center of values, center of initiatives, a center of everything of we. If this we is occupied or monopolized by single person, single group of people, that is but center-occupied we. For example, if one single person occupies the center of a whole nation, that is but dictatorship. If one special social group occupies the center, while marginalize many other members of society, that is but social discriminations. If one single species, that is human beings, occupy the center and marginalize any other species of ecosystem, that is but anthropocentrism. So this is bad we. And let me mention to that model. Yes. I mentioned earlier, master-slave model. That is one just example, this bad we, center-occupied we. In this case, the center of we is occupied or monopolized only by human beings. And AI robot should be marginalized. And there should be just one way or asymmetrical relation between the two. AI and robots forever should serve human interest, human purpose, not vice versa. So it's a typical example of a center-occupied we. So this is a typical example of oppressive but totalitarian we. So this model is now rejected in the light of we-turn philosophy. Then how to achieve the good we? Let me go back to the opposite, to the center-occupied we, that's here. Empty-centered we. What is this? This is a we whose center of interest, whose center of purpose, center of gravity should be deliberately emptied, in the sense that no single person, no single social group, no single species can be allowed to occupy the center. Occupied should be always emptied. Of course, there are sort of difference in degrees. Human can occupy near center, not very center. Human can occupy occasionally paracenter, but never occupy the very center. That is bad we. So empty-centeredness, that is the one secret key to avoid oppressive society, oppressive we, oppressive world. So let me apply this idea to the human-robot, human-AI relationship again. So let me go back to, So now my proposal is fellowship model or co-adventure model that is based on this empty-centeredness of we. Neither human nor robot nor AI should monopolize the center. Center is always kept open. And sometimes human can take some initiative, can guard, can take care, and can teach AI robot. That's quite usual nowadays. But in some days, it's quite possible, allowable on this model. Robot, AI can take some initiative, can take paracentric position at least for some time, and can guard, can take care, and can teach, and can scold, if necessary, human boys and girls and adults. And this kind of a mutual or interchangeable relation is quite natural, allowable, permissible, not in the model of master-slave, but in the model of this co-adventurer or fellowship model. Why this called co-adventurers? So all members of we, all agents in that multi-agent system is a participant of our somatic actions. Our somatic action is always risk-taking activity. It always has a risk to be felt. So that is simply put, adventure. So my daily activity, daily somatic action, every of them is, in a sense, adventure. And every member of this we, every member of a multi-agent system, human beings, a robot, and AI, and bicycle, any other thing, are fellow in these co-adventure activities. So they are simply co-adventurers of humans. So that's why this model is called co-adventurer model, and that is alternative to the master-slave model. So based on this new model, new horizon of the relation between a human and AI robot emerges. That is mutual interchangeable relations. That's quite allowable. No one should take center. Humans should not take centers. Robot AI should not take centers. What they can do at most, paracentric position takers. Okay, so that is the idea of relation from my philosophy that's based on Japanese and East Asian philosophical traditions indeed. Final comment. So this philosophical system is based on some assumptions. I mentioned at least some of them to you. So if you don't like those assumptions, this system cannot take place. So this is a purely philosophical system that is based on one or another assumptions. So any assumption, just assumption, is not absolutely true. So that is up to you and me, each member of society, to choose this model, this philosophy, or to choose another model, another philosophy. So there are many options, many possibilities, and the result is multi-value society. That is my real end. There should be many possible ideas, many possible philosophical views on basic human beings, many possible models of a relation between the human and AI human robot, and as many as possible alternative available. That is one of the future society we should aiming for. Thank you.